Hello everyone, Anna here. Today I just want to talk about the new Death Note 2017 movie on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, I will recommend that you go and watch the anime instead. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's definitely not something I would recommend unless you want to have a good B movie or you like Final Destination or you like these American versions that are a little bit off besides the real thing, or how to say that. I will recommend you go and watch the real Death Note animated series. So yeah, that is actually what I was going to say here in the start. Also, warning: this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine, so please give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. But here we go. Okay, yeah, I have been thinking about ways that it could actually work with the Death Note Netflix series. And I know this sounds a little bit weird, but as I said in the start, it's a good B movie. And if you want to have a hilarious time with the deaths and all of this stuff, I do feel like I would recommend it if you like Final Destination and stuff like that. But I was actually thinking like this could be the setting before the real Death Note anime. And I know that the TV show or series has been set in 2017, but I don't believe at one point we see in the TV show or series what time it is, if it's 2017 and stuff like that. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but okay, let's just stay in this mindset. I do believe like they're playing these 80s songs and melodies because it is set in that time period. So before, the Death Note anime stuff, and I'll explain why I feel like that way. I feel like this is maybe the start of how, Light became the way he is, also the way that he is so distant to Misa Misa, the next woman that tries to get his affection and stuff like that. I know that Light also tries to get into our woman, the interviewer, but I don't think like the anime Light is not ever going to be interested in having a physical relationship, or at least not as much as the teen version of Light here. But I really do feel like this could be springboard, or how to call it, to actually make him the Light from the anime into the future, or how to say that. And I do feel like Mia and Misa Misa are not the same person. Like, I do believe that is something completely different. This is a girlfriend that he had before, he became the Light that we all know and love in the anime. And maybe, that is also why he became like this. And he lost his mother to the the criminal that killed her and all of that stuff, and he's just left alone with the dad. I don't have anything against that they cut out the sister. I do believe that she has a bigger role in the anime, but I just don't feel for her as much as I do for the father and Light and Elle and the other main characters. So yeah, I'm sorry if that offends you, but I really do feel like that was a good choice. And also, like, they have to put all of this in only 1 hour, or how to say that. So staying in this mindset with the movie being actually before the real anime, or how to say that, I also believe like the L that they have found is the L that is before the real L, or how to say that. So not L's successor, but the pre-L, or how to say that, or other one that is called L. Like, there's also like more than one James Bond or 007. So yeah, I do really believe like if we get into the mindset of him being you know through all of this stuff, like with this. And also I do believe that Watery is also, he's just something that can be switched out. He just doesn't need to look like anything or be anything specific, because like I really do feel like Watery is just there to be his butler. So if they changed his gender or appearance or anything, I would not freak out about that. I do believe that I would have been a little bit more problem if they actually turned, Light himself into a girl, but I still feel like I would be open for the possibility for them to actually also change the genders. Now they have not done this, but yeah, I'm really open for new ideas and stuff like that. Even Ryuk, I really do feel like Ryuk is the same, like he is always the one that follows with the Death Note. And I also feel like he's doing a great job, the one that plays him. I really do feel like they have found a way to portray Ryuk that is very nice. But I don't feel as creeped out by him as I do with the anime one. The anime one just have this specific creepiness about him that is hard to explain. So that is also why I'm saying like see the original anime before you see this. I also feel like this is going to help you to get into the mindset that I was talking about, because if you have seen the real anime Death Note, or how to say that, you will know all of the things that they have been through. You know that after this L that is in the series, there will come the new L from the anime series, and he will take over the place, and how to say that, and Watery will just follow suit, and no questions asked and stuff like that. I do believe like what happened at last was that the L from the Netflix show tried to write Light's name into the Death Note, but he had his name burned on the page of the Death Note, and that means that he can't be killed, and that he doesn't find that out before after. I do believe that Light can only be killed if he gives the notebook away, or how to say that. So I do really believe like this is something that happened and stuff like that. But something I don't understand that they have changed from the anime to the Death Note series is the stuff with the dad, because I really did feel for Light Yagami's father into the future of the anime and stuff like that. And warning for spoilers here, there is a scene where he is at the hospital and he has the eyes of the Shinigami, and he can now see that Light was not the Death Note owner, or how to say that, and the father dies with this knowledge, or how to say that. In the show, in the Death Note show from 2017, we have the father actually following suit with Light and finding out all of this stuff. So I'm also thinking like if it was meant to be into the future, after the anime, or how to say that. So this is like after all of the things, the original Light Yagami have died, and Ryuk just throws the Death Note into the world of 2017, and then it's like this Light that picks it up, and then the story go on from there. I really do feel like that could also work, but then we should have had some more, I would not say newer music, but because we still listen to 80s music. So I don't know, maybe I'm just too nitpicky, and it's actually okay movie if you know, like all of these shenanigans. And yeah, I really do feel like it was okay to watch. Like, it's not that I regret watching it, but I would definitely recommend the anime series instead, or the other Death Note series that is Japan from 2015. I will leave a link to the one that I'm talking about down below. At least here they're trying to give the look of the original characters and try to follow the anime as good as they can. I do believe that with the 2017 series here, we have to be in a whole other mindset. We have to sit down and be like pretending that it's like either in past time before the anime, or it's after the anime is said and done. And you know, this would also explain why Light all of the sudden falls for Mia, because like if it's like a new Light, or it is the old Light that gets the Death Note again, or how to say that, I do believe that this is something to think about. That could also explain why the new Light is so afraid of Ryuk. If like the original Light Yagami died, okay, and Ryuk says that he's going to give the Death Note to a new owner of his choice, and he finds this other Light, and he thinks like, this is the, you know, Light that I want. He looks like the other one that I just had as a, you know, teacher, or how to say that. I don't know how to explain this, but I really do feel like it was maybe Ryuk made a bad choice, and I do feel like Mia is a totally different one than Misa Misa. Mia is more like the clever opponent in this actually series. I actually like the last part with her going to like being like, give me my goddamn book. I was like, yeah, okay, you're going really off the edge here with you know, the stuff and stuff like that. But if she just had some background story and stuff like that, but yeah, there's no time for all of that in all of this. It's have to be comprised, or how to say that, into a small time period that is only this 1 hour and stuff like that. But I still feel like there's some stuff that I could have had that was better. I actually like the chase scene with Light and L in the end. And I don't feel like this L is, if he's the predecessor to the original L, or he's the L that comes after the original L. So not Mellow in the anime series, but a new L, or how to say that. I do believe like it has even more merit, and how to say that he actually took over and now are, you know, acting like this. I do believe like he has his reasons to act like he does in the series. He's actually reacting more human and stuff like that, L in the TV show, than he is in the anime. But in the anime we get more background story about why he's you know, acting like this, and he's extremely intelligent, and so is Light. I do believe like that is also one of the things why I feel like this new Light and the new L is totally different from each other, because I don't think the new Light is clever, and I don't think the new L is clever. I'm just saying like there are some things I feel like is also clever in the TV show, then that there's also something very clever in the anime. for example, I actually like the new rules of the Death Note. I know that you guys will be like, boo, it's not good and stuff like that, but I really do like that when he is holding out his Death Note. I was actually thinking like, aren't you supposed to hide this? But I do believe that Ryuk have learned from his, past life with the original Light, or how to say that. So he wrote in some new rules, and I actually also feel like Ryuk actually made it so he could actually, if somebody guesses his real name and writes it in the notebook, I don't think he's going to die, but I do feel like all of the ownership of the Death Note will disappear, and all of your memory and all of your, all of this stuff will go away, and then it will just start all over again with a new owner and stuff like that. So yeah. That is actually all that I have to say about this. I hope you guys will agree with me on this, and I have seen a lot of, hate for the new TV show, but I was actually going into it and being like, this is what I actually expected. I'm sorry, but yeah, with all of these new ways to kill people off and all of this, I also believe that the anime series actually have some focus on some deaths. For example, the guy that falls out of a window, or where Light actually makes the prisoners write, do you know, L, that gods of death love apples and stuff like that in their own blood, and this sign from this pentagram sign and stuff like that. And there's also the female, I don't remember what she is, but there's this female that is after Light because she killed her fiance, and she Light outsmarts her in the original series, and then you see the gallows into the distance and stuff like that. I do really believe that is even more focused on death and even more powerful than these new forms of death that is in the 2017 series. But then again, if you are into that kind of stuff, I will recommend it. If you are not, then go and see the original anime. I really hope that this is not going to, be something where people only see the TV series and they don't see the original anime, because like that would be a shame. And I really do feel like the 2017 is just for killing time, and if you don't have anything else better to watch. So that's actually all. I will go now. Okay, bye.